This 1968 Dodge Charger R/T was acquired by its current owner back in 2016 as a project car, and over the years that followed it slowly evolved into a carefully reimagined expression of classic American muscle, blending historical authenticity with thoughtful modern upgrades. What began as a restoration effort ultimately became a full refurbishment that respected the Charger's original spirit while elevating it into a show-worthy, road-ready machine that commands attention the moment it rolls into view. Today, what you see is not merely a rebuilt vehicle, but a striking tribute to Mopar heritage, a car that reflects countless hours of labor, decision-making, and passion poured into every detail, from the stance and paintwork to the rumble of its big block V8. Now offered at auction, this Charger R/T has already generated significant interest, and with just days remaining at the time of writing, the bidding has climbed to an impressive figure that reflects both the desirability of the model and the quality of the work performed. Sitting at $68,440, the number itself feels almost poetic given the car's legendary 440 Magnum power plant, and it's not difficult to imagine the final hammer price climbing even higher. Cars like this occupy a special place in the collector market, where originality, condition, provenance, and emotional pull intersect, and this example checks enough boxes to make it highly attractive to enthusiasts and investors alike. The second-generation Dodge Charger, introduced for the 1968 model year, is widely regarded as one of the most iconic shapes ever to emerge from Detroit. Its long hood, sweeping fastback roofline, and muscular rear haunches created a silhouette that was both aggressive and elegant, a perfect visual representation of the muscle car era at its peak. The Charger wasn't just another performance coupe, it was a statement, designed to dominate both the street and the screen. Few cars can claim such a deep cultural footprint, appearing in legendary films and television shows that cemented its status far beyond the automotive world. From high-speed cinematic pursuits to weekly television escapades, the Charger became a symbol of rebellion, power, and unmistakable American attitude. The 1968 redesign introduced the now famous Coke bottle styling, characterized by its narrow waist and flared fenders, a design language that perfectly suited the era's fascination with speed and sensuality. Dodge's designers struck a near-perfect balance between form and function, creating a car that looked fast even when standing still. For many enthusiasts, this generation represents the Charger at its purest, before emissions regulations and insurance pressures began to tame the muscle car segment in the early 1970s. It's no exaggeration to say that the second-generation Charger transcends generations, appealing equally to those who remember the era firsthand and to younger fans who discovered it through popular culture. Within the Charger lineup, the R/T badge held special significance. Standing for Road/Track, it signified serious performance credentials straight from the factory. The standard engine for the R/T was the mighty 440 cubic inch Magnum V8, a big block powerhouse that delivered brutal acceleration and effortless highway cruising. For buyers seeking even more extreme performance, the legendary 426 Hemi was available as an option, though produced in far smaller numbers. The R/T wasn't just about straight-line speed. It represented Dodge's commitment to building a car that could hold its own on both the boulevard and the drag strip, a dual-purpose machine that embodied the muscle car ethos. Debate among enthusiasts often centers on whether the 1968 or 1969 Charger represents the pinnacle of the model's design. The differences are subtle but significant, particularly at the front end. The 1969 model introduced a center divider in the grille, giving it a slightly more aggressive and recognizable face, especially to fans of the General Lee. Yet the 1968 model has its own charm, with a cleaner, uninterrupted grille design that some argue better complements the car's flowing lines. Ultimately, preference comes down to personal taste, and in this case, the 1968 model stands proudly on its own merits, embodying everything that made the Charger a legend. Turning attention back to this specific example, the refurbishment process included a return to its original factory color, white, WW1, a choice that underscores the owner's respect for the car's roots. The crisp white paint provides a perfect canvas for the contrasting black rear stripes, adding visual drama without overwhelming the design. Complementing the exterior is a black vinyl roof, a period-correct detail that enhances the car's upscale muscle persona and adds texture to the overall appearance. Together, these elements create a timeless look that feels authentic to the late 1960s, while remaining undeniably striking today. The exterior details continue to impress upon closer inspection. Hideaway headlights contribute to the Charger's menacing front-end appearance, disappearing when not in use to preserve the car's sleek lines. Hood-mounted turn signals, a distinctive Mopar feature, add both functionality and vintage charm. A driver's side mirror, flip-up fuel cap, bright trim, and gleaming chrome bumpers complete the package, each component carefully selected or restored to maintain visual harmony. The stance is further enhanced by a set of American Racing 15-inch Magnum 500 style wheels wrapped in Cooper Cobra radial G/T tires, a combination that perfectly balances classic aesthetics with modern drivability. From a mechanical standpoint, the car benefits from power-assisted front disc brakes and rear drums, providing improved stopping power compared to earlier all-drum setups. Power-assisted steering ensures that, despite its size and weight, the Charger remains manageable and enjoyable to drive, whether navigating city streets or cruising down the highway. These features may not grab headlines like the engine does, but they play a crucial role in making the car usable and confidence-inspiring behind the wheel. Stepping inside, the interior continues the black-on-white theme with a cabin that feels both period-correct and thoughtfully upgraded. Black vinyl low-back bucket seats greet the driver and passenger, offering a classic look that recalls the golden age of muscle cars, while a matching rear bench ensures the Charger retains its grand touring capability. Courtesy lighting, seat belts, and black carpeting round out the interior's foundational elements, creating an environment that feels cohesive and well cared for. The driver's interface is dominated by a 3-spoke steering wheel, a timeless design that feels right at home in a car of this vintage. Behind it, an array of aftermarket gauges provides critical information, blending modern readability with classic styling. A 160 miles per hour speedometer hints at the car's performance potential, while a tachometer, digital clock, and gauges for fuel level, coolant temperature, oil pressure, and battery voltage ensure the driver remains well informed at all times. These additions suggest that the car was built not just to be admired, but to be driven and enjoyed. According to the seller, the Charger has been driven less than 20 miles since the refurbishment was completed, indicating that it remains in a near-fresh state following its transformation. While the true mileage is unknown, this low post-restoration use suggests that the car has been carefully preserved, likely spending most of its recent life as a garage-kept showpiece rather than a daily driver. This kind of limited use often appeals to collectors who value condition and presentation, though it also leaves plenty of opportunity for the next owner to create their own memories behind the wheel. At the heart of this Charger lies its most compelling feature, the 440 cubic inch Magnum V8. Already one of the most revered engines of the muscle car era, this example has been enhanced with a suite of performance upgrades designed to improve both power and reliability. An Edelbrock 4-barrel carburetor sits atop an Edelbrock Torquer 2 intake manifold, optimizing airflow and throttle response. A Holley fuel pump ensures consistent fuel delivery, while ported and polished cylinder heads help the engine breathe more efficiently, unlocking additional performance potential. Further modifications include custom valve covers, PRW aluminum rocker arms, hydraulic lifters, and an aftermarket camshaft, all of which contribute to a more aggressive engine character without sacrificing street manners. An aluminum radiator helps keep temperatures in check, an important consideration for a high-performance big block, while an MSD distributor enhances ignition reliability and spark delivery. Rounding out the setup is a Flowmaster American Thunder exhaust system, which not only improves exhaust flow but also delivers the unmistakable rumble that muscle car enthusiasts crave. While exact horsepower figures are not provided, it's safe to assume that this 440 produces significantly more output than it did in factory form. Regardless of the precise number, the power is channeled to the rear wheels through a TorqueFlite 3-speed automatic transmission, a robust and well-regarded unit known for its durability and ability to handle substantial torque. This combination ensures that the Charger delivers effortless acceleration and a driving experience that feels both visceral and refined, capturing the essence of what made these cars so special in the first place. Taken as a whole, this 1968 Dodge Charger R/T represents far more than the sum of its parts. It is a carefully curated blend of originality and enhancement, a car that honors its past while embracing thoughtful improvements that make it more enjoyable and reliable in the modern world. From its iconic styling and cultural significance to its upgraded powertrain and immaculate presentation, it stands as a testament to the enduring appeal of American muscle. Whether viewed as a collectible investment, a weekend cruiser, or a rolling piece of automotive history, this Charger embodies everything enthusiasts love about the era, making it easy to understand why it continues to attract attention and command strong bids whenever it comes up for sale.